Welcome back to the show. If you want to go grab a beverage or something and come back at the bottom of the hour, that's okay. This segment's going to be a little bit rough. Pro Football Talk reporting that Bill Belichick has been shopping Mac Jones. And now you're thinking, shopping for Mac Jones? His birthday's not until September. That's what I thought, too. No. Literally trying to trade the guy. Raiders, Josh McDaniels, get your own team. Texans, again, Nick Caserio. How big is this guy's Rolodex? We still use Rolodexes?
Yes.
Commanders, and then the Buccaneers, which actually makes sense, baby goat and all.
Really?
Here's the question I wrote. Give me a break. Schlereth, give me a break. That's the question.
Okay.
Give me a break.
Mark Schlereth's here. Three-time Super Bowl champion.
Super Bowl champion Mark Schlereth is here, who benefited in those Super Bowls from quarterback continuity. Give me a break. That's the question.
Give you a break?
Yeah, give me a break.
What do you think of this story? I'll play host for a moment because Wilds is too emotional.
Yes, I get it.
Wilds in an entanglement right now with Mac Jones and Bill Belichick. Somehow he has abandoned the greatest coach ever for the most mediocre quarterback we've seen in the NFL. Look, turn on him. Turn
I'm
on
not
Belichick.
turning on him.
Turn on him.
Schlereth, this is what I'm saying.
Turn on him.
I'm not going to turn on him, but I think all geniuses
hire defensive coordinators and special teams coaches to be offensive coordinators?
Seemed like an odd decision.
Yes, okay,
and if you didn't alienate the greatest quarterback of all time, who I heard through whispers couldn't make the throws, was a little bit washed. Turns out he led the league in passing and won the Super Bowl when he left. I don't know. These questions seem a little bit odd to me.
They seem odd to me, too. And, you know, having done a game in New England when Mac Jones was a rookie, talking to both Belichick and Josh McDaniels, here's the things they said about Mac Jones. Insatiable appetite for knowledge.
Yeah.
We can't give him enough on his plate for him to digest it, and he wants more. He wants to know. He asks great questions. This guy is the ultimate professional. And then ultimately, beyond that, ability to have responsibility at the LOS, the line of scrimmage, to change the play and keep us out of harm's way when we call a bad play. So then he goes out because you hire a D coordinator and a special teams coach to coach you, and he wants the advice of his former offensive coordinator, and now all of a sudden he's a bad dude. All of a sudden that's like great players want that information, that want to grow, are going to go out and get it wherever they need to get it.
Okay, here's the I respect that and I appreciate that. Here's the problem. The problem is these two pieces of evidence that Mac Jones was as big of a problem as the coaching staff. The first one is, well, we did get to see this offense with the same coordinators and the same weapons with Bailey Zappi. Can we show the first full screen, please? Okay. This is how the Patriots' inept offense that you can't possibly win with. Zappi had 2 starts.
Isn't there a defensive touchdown in this? You've tried to trick me with this before.
No, I have not tried to trick you because the defense scored touchdowns in Mac Jones' starts as well. Yet 0 times did the team get to 28 points. In 100% of Zappi's starts, that offense looked like it was cooking. And in the one game when they both played, it was dead on arrival. And then Matt came in. The crowd got excited. The owner got excited. I got excited. And Zappi was out there dropping dimes.
And then he threw a bunch of interceptions in the second half.
Correct. Absolutely. Listen, I'm not here arguing
that part out.
Zappi's a great player. I'm arguing the idea that this offense can't function because of its coordinators. It did function the 2 Zappi starts. That's piece of evidence 1. Piece of evidence 2, in support of Bailey Zappi. That didn't happen to him. But more importantly, it works every time. It works every time. But Brew.
Dude, that does look like he broke his hip.
Yeah, stop. This is a running bit.
Brew, here's the more important question, because it's not about Mac or Zappi. It's not. It is, if you are the New England Patriots and you want to return to glory, can you do it with Mac Jones? Will Mac Jones ever be better than Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson?
Trevor Lawrence.
Well, that's why I hear you.
6 guys.
I hear you. Could you potentially? He's not going to be better than those guys. And Russell Wilson's about to have a bounce back year too. But look, there's no problem in shopping him. He's not unshoppable. I agree, Mark, that they ruined him. I said it from the day that the rumors came out that they were going to hire Patricia. All right, it was like, are you serious? This is ridiculous. So they didn't help him out with that. But still, even what he showed us as a rookie, which was good, was that he looks like a good game manager. Like, that's what he looked like a guy that's smart, can make some throws, can move you down the field. Good game manager. The guys Nick mentioned in the AFC are studs. And you don't have that. So I don't have a problem with shopping him. Doesn't mean you don't want to play him. Doesn't mean you think he stinks. It just means we might be able to do better. Let's see if we can.
Well,
so he's got to be professional.
To run him out of town for Lamar.
No. If this is all one big long narrative till we get to Lamar Jackson, sure, I'll take Lamar Jackson. That's just being honest.
There you go.
But to have Bailey Zappi, who I like, but is not necessarily an upgrade over Mac Jones, is probably a downgrade. Not a fan.
He is a downgrade.
Thank you, bro. Other news from Albert Greer.
Get your swagger back up, man.
Can't.
Leave.
There was reportedly tension between Belichick and Robert Kraft at the owners' meeting. No report on if it was palpable or not. Nick, could this be the last year for Bill Belichick? Answer yes.
Wow. Maybe it could be. It absolutely shouldn't be. Brew, who's the person, the one person, if we had to power rank them, most responsible for the Patriots dynasty? What's his name?
Tom Brady.
Correct. Who's second without a doubt?
Belichick.
Exactly. The idea
it was 20 years
that
ago.
It was not 20 years ago, Wilds. You guys won the Super Bowl in 2018 with a mediocre offense. Mediocre. You scored 13 points in the Super Bowl.
Brady, though.
I understand, but the defense, which is Belichick's baby, we have now swung too far in the other direction. We want to give Brady more credit than Belichick. I'm all for it. I've always believed player over coach. I love Andy Reid. Patrick Mahomes is what changed the Chiefs' fortunes. Andy Reid's been awesome alongside him. But now we're going to side. We're going to side with Mac Jones and Robert Kraft over Bill Belichick. Everybody's like, "Oh, what's Belichick's record without Brady? What's Robert Kraft's ownership without Belichick? Give me a break." Now, has Belichick made massive mistakes? Absolutely, on the personnel front and lately on the coaching front. I'm sorry, on the coaching staff. But in game, he is still one of the three sharpest coaches in football, and I think the sharpest defensive mind in football. The idea that you're just going to upgrade because why? Because Jared Mayo, who Belichick taught, Jared Mayo's entire experience is from Belichick. So unless we think he's just lost his faculties, you're not going to upgrade at coach moving on from Belichick, in my eyes.
Yeah, I think one of the interesting things for Belichick is, do you have to start to assess yourself a little bit differently in the style with which you coach your football team? So when you start to lose guys, when Brady leaves, when McCourty leaves, when the guys that you have had as part of your organization that you can use as the coachable moments, meaning I can sit there in a team meeting and say to Brady, I could get a quarterback from Foxborough High School to do the crap that you just did. You got to be better. Everybody in that meeting room sits back and goes, oh, shoot. If you can coach Brady that way, or if you can coach McCourty that way, then I have to fall in line. When all those players leave, when all those players leave, do you have to change the style with which you approach your players? And I would say in today's snowflake world that we live in, you have got to be able to make those changes.
It seems to have hurt the Spurs.
Well, look, I've always said during the Patriots dynasty that they are the Spurs of the NFL.
Absolutely,
and
I
it's
agree.
the same
100%.
thing. Bill Belichick was fortunate to have a superstar player that was humble enough to take hard coaching. Same thing with Popovich, Tim Duncan, right? You can yell at me, take it all. All right? That Duncan left, Kawhi Leonard's like, I'm not really that guy, all right? And they haven't been able to have a star like that yet. Same thing, and I agree with you on Belichick. Now, here's the thing. You can't fire a 6-time Super Bowl winner. You just can't. A mutual parting of the ways, though, potentially. And here's the thing, Nick. Let's see this graphic. You brought up what has Belichick done without. He's been bad without Brady. I mean, 10 seasons without Brady. He's made the playoffs twice. He's got a losing record without Brady, both overall and in New England. He's 43-44 in New England with Brady.
44.
It was a losing record. I'm just saying, I was in Cleveland when he coached the Browns. He had one winning season. It was a disaster.
I know, it was literally like before the internet was invented.
He's been a disaster without Brady.
I was in Denver. I was retired, but I was in Denver when Pat Bowlen said Mike Shanahan's my coach for life. And then he got fired. Like, there ain't no such thing.
You could fire Belichick.
There's no such thing as coach for life. I believe the tension is a good thing. Because when there's tension, it means there's a hierarchy within your organization, and the fact that the owner and the head coach, there's some tension there, means, hey man, we have a standard here, and you're not meeting that standard, and we got to fix it.
I want to know where you're at on this, because I know you're annoyed with some of the Belichick stuff. I know it. I also know when Brew was doing a Belichick takedown, you almost hate him.
Why?
So, like, you feel
it was
like
all facts. Why?
So what do you want? You're the Patriot fan. What do you want?
I'm caught between past success and future hope. Right now, it feels like there's more
hope.
Well, that's the problem. If there's no hope, then you need to make a change. That's the issue. And it feels like since the Brady exit, there has been no plan. If there was a plan, I'd be happy. Get Mac Jones, develop Mac Jones, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, see, that it reminds me right now, if I can get a close-up on your hair, because one side is perfectly coiffed and the other side is like Jimmy Nikowski. It's all over the place. Like, he's like, that's it. It's the Belichick.
Amazon Prime
Belichick. You know, I love him. I hate him. My hairstyle is That's what I feel like.
Rough segment. Coming up after the break.
You did tell the audience it was going to be tough.
I know. Welcome back to the show, everybody.